Our planet seriously fascinates me. How can this be on the same planet as this? They are literally worlds apart. We have concrete jungles, tropical beach islands, mountains larger than cities, lakes larger than countries, and underwater ecosystems that we have explored less than the moon. So in this video, we will investigate some completely random places across our planet. Starting off with a place I can almost guarantee none of you have ever been to, ever will go to, or perhaps have even ever heard of. It is Changbai Mountain and Heaven Lake. This mountain and general nature reserve sits in a very distant land, on the border between North Korea and China, a destination you will likely not find at the top of most people's bucket lists. However, this mountain and nature reserve is a bit of a hidden gem. Changbai Mountain itself rises over 9,000 feet, that's about 3 times smaller than Mount Everest. The Chinese translation of Changbai means Forever White Mountains, which refers to the snowy mountain peaks. This region is home to endangered but stunning animals like the Siberian tiger, Siberian musk deer, and Asiatic black bear. Heaven Lake was created by an eruption that took place over 1,000 years ago. It has a surface area of around 10 kilometers squared, or about 5 times smaller than Scotland's Lake Loch Ness. Devon Island. Devon Island is located deep into Canada's north. It is officially the world's largest uninhabited island, stretching for a distance of over 55,000 kilometers squared. For reference, this would rank this island as the 125th largest country in the world if it was its own individual nation. This is larger than Denmark, excluding Greenland of course, Switzerland or the Netherlands. The island has a polar desert climate and is barren, has a rocky terrain and is often covered in fog. Not a great place to live really. It is also home to many polar bears. The island, most interestingly, is home to the Mars Project, which is a field research project that emulates being on Mars, where researchers can almost pretend they're on the Martian planet and see how and if humans could ever live there. Aru Islands. The Aru Islands Regency is a group of about 95 islands found in eastern Indonesia. The population of these islands is around 100,000. Now this is truly a case of asking oneself, who on earth lives here and why? What an interesting and intriguing place to live your life. It actually blows my mind knowing that whilst I'm living my life here in the UK, there are over 100,000 people living in such an obscure part of the world. The islands were first visited in 1606 by the Dutch. The Aru Islands were then occupied by the Japanese in 1942. After World War II, they reverted to the Netherlands and then became part of Indonesia in 1949. In the mid-1800s, the extraordinary biodiversity of these islands helped to inspire the theory of evolution by natural selection, one of the most important discoveries of all time. Heard Island and McDonald Islands. Wow, it doesn't really get more remote than this, does it? These islands belong to Australia and have a population of 0. These islands are located over 4,000 kilometers west of Australia, sitting deep in the southern Indian Ocean, not far from Antarctica. The islands, as just mentioned, are uninhabited and can only be reached by sea, which from Australia takes around 2 weeks. Heard Island, which is by far the largest, is a 370 kilometers squared mountainous island covered in ice and glaciers. Big Ben Massive dominates the skyline as it reaches over 9,000 feet, and in fact pretty much exactly the same height as our first entry, Changbai Mountain. Central Island, Lake Turkana. Central Island, also known as Crocodile Island, is a volcanic island located in the middle of Lake Turkana in Kenya, and is the largest permanent desert lake in the world. The central island is made up of 3 active volcanoes that belch sulphurous smoke and steam into the air. 3 crater lakes, that's Crocodile Lake, Tilapia Lake and Flamingo Lake, provide breeding grounds for the world's largest concentration of Nile crocodiles. Believe it or not, there is actually a campsite here, but with active volcanoes and crocodiles left, right and centre, I think I'll give that one a miss. From above, this island does look incredible, however. Acre State, Brazil. The state of Acre, located in Brazil's northwest, is home to around 0.4% of the country's population and measures a distance of around 153,000 kilometers squared, which would easily rank in the top 100 largest countries in the world if it was its own individual nation. So what is so special about this state? Well, the state is home to uncontacted tribes. In Acre, there could be as many as 600 Indians belonging to 4 different groups. Here they live in relative tranquility in several democratic territories. However, illegal loggers and cattle ranchers are invading their land and bringing diseases. There are also rumours of a man last in his tribe, a single lone man who lives within this region. His people were likely killed off by cattle ranchers and/or diseases. He is believed to live by himself and is always on the run. He is sometimes known as the Man of the Hole because of the big holes he digs either to trap animals in or to hide in. The Empty Quarter. The Empty Quarter is the sand desert encompassing most of the southern third of the Arabian Peninsula. The desert covers some 650,000 kilometers squared, including parts of Saudi Arabia, Oman, and the United Arab Emirates, as well as Yemen. For reference, 650,000 kilometers squared would rank this region as the 41st largest country in the world if it was a country, of course. The Empty Quarter is the largest uninterrupted desert on Earth and occupies more than 1/4 of Saudi Arabia's total area. This region, due to extreme heat and water scarcity, is practically uninhabited, and due to the lack of humans, is home to many cool animals like Arabian wolves, Arabian cats, lynx, lizards and scorpions. Getting lost here is pretty much a death sentence. Isla de Pasqua. Now, I'll be very impressed if anyone knows what this island is famous for. The English translation gives it away a little bit. It is Easter Island, a remote volcanic island in Polynesia, most well known for the 1,000 or so monuments called Maui, created by inhabitants during the 13th to 16th centuries. The Maui are carved human figures with oversized heads, often resting on massive stone pedestals called ahus. This is one of those places you might have learnt about in school, but now as I revisit this island as an adult, it truly blows my mind. How on earth did humans from hundreds of years ago have the skill and ability to create such incredible monuments? On average, the monuments reach 13 feet in height and weigh around 10 tons. So there we have it, some completely random places across our planet that are super interesting and intriguing. Do you have any others? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like if you'd like to see part 2. But thank you for watching, and we will see you very soon in our next fascinating video.